So, as many of y'all may know, I have been running a tutoring company for about 7 years, and I have made it known around town about how I have autism and epilepsy and many other conditions, which I have run into tons of clientele that seem to believe that having a disability means you can't have equal success. Well, I'm here to tell you that's not so. I was told by so many teachers growing up that my elementary teacher said I wouldn't make it into junior high. Junior high teachers saw that happen, said I wouldn't make it into high school. In the end, after so many teachers doing that K through 12, I ended up graduating with a master's degree. So I, by far, surpassed all of their claims that I could not do it. Now, secret being, question yourself, what is it about my condition that would possibly stop me? Because ultimately, even if you're limited based on the type of condition you have, you can still get somewhere in life. You can still be successful. Now, we all have our own definition of that, but I will tell y'all, it is still possible, regardless of what it is. Success for some that have cognitive challenges is landing a full time job at a grocery store. And in cases like that, just the fact they can work is an accomplishment. A lot I've known to be learning impaired and they try to let that stop them. No, don't. You may be slow to learn it, but that doesn't mean you can't learn it. It doesn't mean you can't do it once you know it. So there are some of us that have to study more and work extra just to be at the same place. But keep building that work, working harder, gain a strong determination to prove people wrong, if you want to put it that way. If your teacher said something like mine, show them you can do it. Just think about what they're going to say. They'll probably be dropping their mouths and wondering how you did it. But hey, you'll teach them a lesson, and if you don't let it stop you, you'll end up more successful. But if you listen to those people, what if you listen, then what you hear is what will become. Say and think what you want to actually happen in life, the type of success, the type of work, or even the everyday of just simply doing their good on homework as the beginning steps. If you start small like this, you could end up in a situation like mine where I actually ended up graduating the top 3% of my high school class, even though I have three learning disorders: autistic, epilepsy, and a couple others really. They're less understood. And did I let that stop me? No. It I actually ended up graduating in the top 3% of the country and have four times been nationally recognized as being in the top 3% of professionals in the country. Now imagine, what would you think if you were in my situation? Wouldn't you love to be sitting here saying that? That you're in the top, you've won all these awards? Or would you rather want to listen to the bad influences or people that don't believe in you to end up being the one that could have been in my shoes but let the teacher stop you or whoever else that's discouraging you? I believe as an educator that anybody can learn and all people can learn. We all have different speeds of learning, different areas we learn better and quicker than others. But don't let anything stop you. There's discrimination that goes against people with certain conditions. It's not right. And so you should fight it too when you graduate college or when you graduate high school and you're moving on to the next step. Fight it. Don't let them stop you. If somebody's discriminating against you, then it's not the type of person you want to be with, whether it's an employer, it's supposedly a friend or a coach. Doesn't matter. Don't let them stop you. They're not good enough people for you. Just think, you must not be all that great of a person if they're going to discriminate against something that just because they don't understand or they just plan to be judgmental. What does that say about you? You got better options out there. And you can excel above and beyond what they have. So don't let it stop you. And along this same line, as an autistic myself, but I'm on the high function end, I am in the middle of writing a book that will be a guide to parents, teachers alike, or even to the autistics themselves on how to learn to communicate effectively. The typical autistic person, part of the disease itself, impairs where everything is taken literal The person cannot read or understand different tones of voice, different facial or hand movements, expressions. So they pretty much are speaking a different language because they cannot understand all that. That said, I'm going to pretty soon in the next 6 months have a book on Kindle on Amazon that will be educational to both those of you with autism, those of you that are parents of them, or just simply somebody who you think just doesn't know how to communicate, whether it's reading face expressions or not, or taking everything literal. But this is a tip. My book will be all about the guidance and the ways to be able to effectively communicate with them and help them learn to read expressions, gestures, to know when it's a joke and it's okay to laugh. I will be creating a video later on with a summary of the book once it's complete and ready. And I will be also back on here to share with you more details and where to buy it. As far as those of you who are in school now, if you have yet to let it have impact on you, if you really are having a hard time in school, call me, talk to mom, talk to dad, call me, and I'll help you. I'm a tutor at the same time as a published author, so I've got many ways that I can help you as long as you just don't let it stop you. If school gets too hard and that's why you're giving up, just go on through, talk to mom, talk to dad, teenagers or young kids, whatever. Don't let it stop you. If you have to have extra help, then, you know what they say, a nerd now, boss later. Well, be that nerd. Study. Make that your priority. Don't worry about what these other people are saying and just push on. And when it's the studying's hard, be open with parents or whoever that's a decision maker to tell them you need help. So if you're giving up because it's too hard, you can get a tutor or somebody to help you. But just because you need extra help doesn't mean you should give up. Doesn't mean you can't do it. Never think that. Our thoughts become actions, and they become our reality. So if you think that way, that's what's going to happen in life. So remember, keep positive thoughts. I can do it no matter what. And get all things you need, like extra tutoring or consulting or something that encourages you. Maybe going, hanging out with friends from church or whatever. But do not let anybody stop you. I'm telling you that as one myself. I actually gained my determination through resisting my teachers telling me I couldn't do it. And if it wasn't for that, the bad thing is I wouldn't have such a determined personality. But there's two ways to react. Either let it affect you or be driven to prove them wrong. Best thing, let it drive you to prove them wrong and so that you can be the best you can. And that this is not stopping you. If you or anybody else you know would like to hear more on motivational topics, how to become successful, if you or anybody has any of these type conditions, and I can give them some of my secrets, if even if it's somebody that's looking for work or maybe runs a business, I got tons of ways to help, but let me know if there's anything I can message, discuss with you, join the discussion, subscribe to my blog, and also subscribe to my YouTube channel and stay up to date as I make more videos about other topics. I will also be making tutorial videos, and I take requests through the discussion of what would be great topics for it. But that's it for now, and I look forward to hearing from everybody that has watched this and know your opinion, and if I can speak of anything else to be of assistance. Thank you.